Mayweather would have beaten him, but Floyd turned pro at 130. He won his first title at 130 at junior lightweight. Pacquiao's a naturally smaller guy, won his first title, which was a lineal flyweight championship of the world, at 112. Moved up from 112, hit a lot of divisions on the way, and eventually worked up to junior middle. When you consider the body of work and where Manny started from, Pacquiao can be considered a better pound for pound, really means division for division, fighter than Floyd. You can make the argument, and I do, that pound for pound, he's better than Floyd Mayweather.
Well. Seems like this argument's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my 2 cents in on the whole who had the better career, and I'm gonna tackle who's the best pound for pound fighter, best fighter, however you want to put it, between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Money Mayweather. And I'm gonna try to make this video quick as possible, because to me it's really simple. All right, now let's look at the fighters themselves. Now, who would you say had the biggest win out of the two? Who would you say had the biggest? What is Manny's biggest win? Barrera, would that be one? Eric Morales, Marquez. What is his biggest win? Margarita, Cotto. What's his biggest win? Now, some people could even argue Keith Thurman. You could argue that's his biggest win considering the age difference. But what's his biggest win? Now, on the flip side, let's go to Floyd. What's Floyd's biggest win? You could say Manny Pacquiao out the gate. That kind of kills the argument right there, in my opinion, who's the better fighter. You know, sort of, at least starts the slow process of beating up the argument that Manny Pacquiao is a better fighter. Floyd's biggest win, you could say, is Manny. If you don't want to say Manny, you could say Canelo Alvarez, Oscar De La Hoya. Now, the reason why I didn't name Oscar for Manny, because I know the situation going into the fight, that Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao, and now Freddie Roach admits this, that they drained the man. He didn't have a chance. Oscar hadn't fought at that weight in years. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to find a clip to put it on the video just so you can hear it. But Freddie Roach admits they drained him. Anyway, so that's why I didn't put Oscar in that category. But I mean, it's other fighters you can name, you know, but definitely Canelo, Pacquiao, Shane Mosley. Some might say he was over the hill, but cool. If you say that about Shane with Floyd, you gotta say it with Pacquiao. You see what I'm saying? The arguments that people would present about Floyd to down his resume, you would have to do the same thing for Pacquiao. So if you deem Shane over the hill and whatnot when Floyd fought him, then you would have to say the same thing when Pacquiao fought him. Same thing with Cotto. If you try to say he was not the same guy after the Margarita fight, after getting beat up like that and damaged up, you would have to say that for both guys. You see what I'm saying? So what people don't realize a lot of times when they're trying to tear down Floyd's resume, indirectly you're tearing down Manny's resume. If you look at the head-up matchup, Floyd and Pacquiao, you give that to Floyd. Who beat more champions? You give that to Floyd. To me, it's a silly argument. You're saying, okay, the only real chance of supposedly trying to win the argument is with what Max said anyway, is the fact that he fought at more weight divisions. Okay, cool, I'll give him that. But he also started boxing pro at an earlier age. He didn't have his man body. Now, but if you're gonna bring that up, you also gotta bring up the fact that he got laid out in them divisions. You see what I'm saying? That ain't like you bringing up the fact that he won more weight divisions, but you're not bringing up the fact that he got knocked out in some of those divisions too. Eric Morales knocked him out. I can't pronounce the other guy's name who knocked him out. But the point is, you was getting dominated or had gotten dominated at some point in some of those lower weight classes. That's a problem. You're saying better career. That's a problem. So also, I gotta throw this out there. They say 8 division champion. Technically, if you count the IBO as a belt, then fine, he's an 8 division champion. But if you don't count the IBO as a real title, then no. See, most people don't even realize that he won the IBO title at 140. Not the WBC, not the IBF, not the WBA, not even the WBO. So in my eyes, he's a 7 division champion compared to Floyd's 5. But that's still more than 5. But like I said, at the same time, he started a pro career young. I think Manny started his pro career, like 16? So of course he would be able to fight at a lighter weight because he wasn't, I mean, Floyd wasn't fully grown either, but he wasn't 16 either. I mean, come on. So to me, that's the other 2 weight classes really is irrelevant based off the fact that number 1, he was younger, and number 2, the guy got beat in some of those divisions. So that's not exactly helping him. Now, but even if you do look at that as a benefit, to me, the tell-all, be-all about who's the better fighter is the skill set. We can talk about who they fought and all of that, but let's look at the skill set. To me, that's the end-all, be-all if we're talking about them as fighters. Who's the better fighter? And whether you're talking pound for pound or otherwise, because skills travel with you when you go up or go down. That's one thing you do keep is your skills. And you might lose a little power, whatever, but your technique you keep. And Floyd has a better technique. That's the main reason why Marquez was able to do to him what he did and was not able to do it to Floyd. Look at how Manny just ran into the straight left. The straight right. He walked directly into it. You know, now Marquez figured out that he had the tendency to do that and set him up after being in the ring with him 3 other times. So he knew he was capable, or at least having the opportunity to hit him with that shot, because he knew he was liable to run in on him like that. Now, why would Manny do that? Low boxing IQ, or at least lower than Floyd's, because you would never see Floyd Mayweather jump in on somebody like that, chin first, hands down. Look at it. Would you ever see Floyd Mayweather do something like that? No, you would not. Why? Because he has a smarter boxing IQ than Manny Pacquiao. Look at the footwork. Look at the head movement. Manny does some unconventional stuff and it works for him, but technique-wise, Floyd is the much more superior fighter. And I should not have to break that down for you to understand it. Now, to me, as far as I'm concerned, that kills the argument of who's the better fighter. Now, as far as who has the better career, I mean, come on, man. 7 losses, 2 draws to no losses. And even if you want to say, well, Madonna beat him, even if you want to say Castillo beat him, fine. I don't agree with that, but that's 2 losses, no draws, compared to 7 losses, 2 draws. I mean, come on. Who made more money? Because we're talking career. Who made more money as fighters? Floyd did. That's a simple argument. That's pretty much all I got. This is Head Bustin' Boxing Fight Doctor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know, who do you think had the better career, and who do you think is the better fighter, and why? And no crazy talk. I want reality. No, well, he's a bum, blah, 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 blah. No, I want reality. Give me some facts. What makes Manny Pacquiao better than Floyd Mayweather career-wise or boxing-wise? Better fighter. Not no, I don't like him. Not no, he hit women. I don't want to hear that. Better fighter, better career. Those are the two questions. Who's the better fighter? Who had the better career? That's pretty much all I got this here. Bussin' Boxers on Fight Doctor. I am out.